praise the Lord and pass the ammo. Stars, stripes, and camo. There's a price to be paid to stay free. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to fight. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to cry. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to die. I do it for my family and do it for my pride. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to fight. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to cry. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to die. I do it for my family and do it for my pride.
Laid up in this bunker, rosary on my neck. I do this for my family and the colors I respect. Ain't forgotten that those cowards took the towers down. You can bet I ain't gonna hesitate to put them in the ground. Clutching on my rifle, ammo by my side. Clutching on my Bible, I do it for my pride. I'm trained to be fearless, I fear the unknown. Give my love to my family and I'll see them when I'm home.
Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to fight. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to cry. Pass me the ammo, ain't afraid to die. I do it for my family and do it for my pride. Pass me the ammo.
Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Southern Guns. So, what we have here today is my favorite. And it's actually kind of funny. I have not really talked about this rifle. I've done a lot of videos with this rifle. I haven't talked about it. It's kind of weird. Anyways, so what we got here today is my Mossberg MVP. Like I said, it's kind of weird. I haven't talked about this gun much. Thought I would have done a video. I know there's videos I have of me shooting it. I know I've done it on Instagram, a lot of videos on Instagram. And that might be where most of these are at. I've done a lot of them on the Scout Facebook group. Actually, it might be where most of these videos are at. Anyways, before we get started, let me go ahead and make sure the gun's unloaded. Full magazine. Gun is on safe. Or the gun's empty. Gun's on safe. Alright. So what we have here is the Mossberg MVP. Mossberg MVP came out a couple years ago. 6 years ago, I guess. 7 years ago. Mossberg came out with this, and I think it started out as Mossberg Varmint Predator is what MVP started out with. It was in 223 action. They came out with this great idea of a of a bolt action gun that took, excuse me, that could take 223 magazines. Pretty cool. AR max. Obviously this one will take that. So you had a gun that took standard mags, hundreds of these, thousands of these, and just about every gun owner probably has one or more than one. So anyways, it was a huge hit. Mossberg was like, got something here. Let's expand on the line. So then they expanded on the MVP expanded out to their patrol rifle series, which ended up having the 308 version. Now the 308 version is pretty cool. It takes the standard PMags, which I think the PMags are actually known as the, I forgot what the actual phrase for it is. Is it SLR or whatever? Anyway, so it takes PMags and 308. It also takes M14 mags too. I'm sorry, M1A mags. So this gun actually takes two types of magazines. It has a very interesting locking system. When you lock it, you actually have your finger presses down on the front part. So press down here, and you can actually rock the magazine in just like you would on a regular gun. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. You guys have M1As. This would be a great companion gun to it if you got places you hunt that you don't want to bring an M1A, or you have your national match rifle and you have one or two extra spare mags. You know, you want something to shoot with it. Here you go. So back to the gun. You can either buy M1A mags or you can buy these Magpul mags. I haven't tried Lancer magazines. I would really like to get one or two Lancer mags for it just to see how it works. This is a 10-round magazine. Only thing with Magpul mags is the 5 rounds just have, I think, a little stopper in there. So it doesn't turn around and shorten it up any. So if you put a 10-round mag in there, that's what it's going to look like. 20 round mag obviously sticks out a little bit farther. Obviously, I know why or how. So, they came out with this gun. It was a great idea. Oh my God, it was a cool idea. I mean, I can buy a gun and I ain't got to pay an obscene amount of money for whether it be proprietary magazines that particular gun from that particular company only ones make. And you better hope they stop. You better hope they don't discontinue that. Or you got to go buy AI mags. Yeah, Magpul does make them. They're still $40, I think. These, $18. So this was a big winner for me on just the magazine part. Some other cool things when I got it, I looked at. So the gun is 16 inches long. I'm sorry. The barrel is a 16-inch long barrel. That's a big deal, especially in the area I live, because, you know, any hunting you're doing, you're not doing over 100, maybe 200 yards. You know, a gun like this can easily try and make that shot. I put a muzzle brake on mine. This one's threaded. All the MVPs are threaded, I do believe. So some of them come with flash suppressors. Some of them come with like the M16 style flash suppressors. This one just had a threaded cap on the end. I put this muzzle brake on the end. This one's just a no-name muzzle brake. Works good for me. I'm happy with the way it works. No big deals. They also have the Picatinny rail. It comes standard with the gun. It also comes with a backup iron sights. That's kind of cool, especially on today's guns. Because, I mean, let's face it. You're out there hunting. Gun falls. It's on the back of the four-wheeler. Gun falls. Bangs up. Sights gets messed up. You can take these sights off and you still have backup iron sights. No, reality is it may not happen. 90% chance it ain't gonna happen. But I'm still got that 110. I still got that 10% up right up here if it does. So some other cool features. I don't know if they still make it on every one of them, but this one has an adjustable cheek piece. That's really cool because, you know, on some guns you'll see guys having saddles back here. They'll have all kinds of little apparatuses going on. This one, I have it set to me. So when I set on this gun, I have it right where I want it. I don't have to come up here to the eyepiece. I don't have to hold high. I just put my cheek right there and I'm good. It also has two slings, as you can see. Two sling studs up here, one back here. I have a Magpul RLS sling, rifleman loop sling. I'm going to be honest, I am a huge fan of Magpul. No, Magpul does not turn around and fund me in any way. I don't know if they even fund anybody. I just want to let you know that they're not funding me to say Magpul everything. I'm saying Magpul because, well, I've been using Magpul for 10 years or 10 years or so, I guess. I mean, I guess right after they came out, I started using them on pretty much all my AR mags. I started using them, all their products right when they came out with their mode line. So, I mean, I've been hitting Magpul pretty good. They've had, you know, access to my paycheck for a while. Okay, back to the gun. So, what else is there to be said about this gun? The gun it's a really good gun. Now they have different models. They come out in 6.5 Creedmoor, obviously still 308. I want to say it may be the only two calibers they have, but they have different versions of the same gun. They have all black. This has got the green stock. They actually have a precision rifle chassis that they have a longer 24-inch barrel that's sitting inside that chassis. Obviously, it still takes the same magazines. It's really cool looking. Same basic action. I haven't really seen results on the accuracy test or, you know, how well it, you know, handles and what's, I don't say a torture test because I think torture test is a very misleading term. We'll just say what is its capability of handling out in the field. Because I hear people say torture and, you know, they'll say, well, I took it and I threw it down a hill and it didn't survive. Well, of course it didn't survive. No gun's built to survive being chunked off the side of a hill. They're built, you know, if they fall on the ground, you know. So, anyway, this particular rifle, on top of it, is riding this is actually my late wife's Trijicon 1x4 scope. I bought this scope for my wife right after our last deployment. Obviously, she's not here. Obviously, so therefore I'm using it. So, let's keep moving on. What to say about the gun? Gun's a great gun. I've shot a lot, a whole lot, actually. Groups has been phenomenal. If you will look right here, you're going to see a picture of the group that I shot. It looks really beautiful. Before you say anything, I know that the group is not on dead center, and that's fine. We can always adjust these dials. That's cool. If you'll look, I was actually just seeing how well it groups. We use this powder that I was working on. I was working on load data, and so I came up with that load. Load worked great, so all I had to do was adjust the dials. Right now, if you look on top, I actually have dope for another load that I'm using right now. It's my hunting load. So this is my hunting load. What you saw up here, that was my general purpose load. So I can use 2 different loads. We're good. All right. So, what else can I say about it? Gun's a smooth shooting gun. That's a smooth shooting gun. Let's show you a video, see what you think of it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
And that's why they call me bad company. I can't deny bad company till the day I die. Until the day I die. Until the day I die. Souls, deserters we've been called, chose a gun and threw away the sun.
So, what else? What else is there to say? This gun here. This is what would this gun be for? What would you say this gun is for? This gun is the kind of gun that I would see as my alternative to my AR. Let's set this down. My AR is an amazing rifle. Obviously, I've done a lot of videos of it. Beautiful gun. Man, this thing is a shooter. But there's always a but. This gun is a whole lot less conspicuous, I guess you could say. You know, you could try and pass this off as a hunting rifle. Obviously it is. But, you know, in places where an AR may not be as welcome, this gun is going to work just as good. Me personally, I'm not going into a firefight. Those days are long gone. You know, I'm not out trying to go liberate a city. I'm not out trying to take a building. What I am trying to do is just have a rifle that I can use for defense, for hunting, for protection. So this gun's going to do all that. This gun's not meant for This gun is not meant for moving in a for moving in an aggressive manner towards a building. How's that? Without using any word starting with an A. So, who is this gun be good for? This gun is good for someone who already has a M1A. This gun is good for someone who has an AR-10. This gun is good for someone who wants a very good utility rifle. This is what I would consider my answer to what a Jeff Cooper scout rifle is. Jeff Cooper came up with a great scout rifle design. All right. That was what, almost 60 years ago? All right. 60 years ago. You know what? It's time to move on. Now we got new things. We don't have forward mounted scopes were cool back then. Now we have low variable powered optics, all right? Or low powered variable optics, I'm sorry. So 1x4, now we have 1x6, 1x8, 1x10. So, you know, you can have a 1x10, you can go from 1 with both eyes open, which I can shoot just with this, both eyes open, and flip it over to a 6 and be able to engage out to 600 yards. No problem. with the right ammo, with good ammo that you've developed for your gun, you're easily going to be able to hold one MOA at 600 yards. I know Jeff Cooper said it should be able to engage Minute of Man, Minute of Pie, and something about Fort Mudge. The man was a genius. But we're now moving. Now let's expand on that. Let's push past that. Let's see if we can make ourselves go from here to up here now. I have a rifle that I can easily do what I need to do, and it can pretty much serve almost every purpose that I need. And that's what this gun is good for. This gun is good for that person who's only going to want or need one gun. He comes out, he's hunting. He can take that particular right magazine out, insert it, and hunt in another timeline or another place in another country. Maybe he don't need to be hunting. He can take that hunting magazine out, take out another type of ammo, slam it in there. Now you can go from hunting to defending the home territory. Nice when you can swap out ammo on an unneeded basis. The gun has cycles great. You won't have no problems with that. So I guess there ain't really nothing else I can say. Just, it's a good gun, you know? I'm going to keep shooting it. I'm going to keep doing videos. I'll probably add more videos to it. I'm going to do some reduced loads. I'll do some other stuff with it. I'll shoot competitions with it. So I guess then, till next time. See y'all later.